What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and today I got a game against Todd. And Todd has been talking some smack. He sold off his lizardmen army. Age of Sigmar comes out. He's like, "Fuck lizardmen, I'm going beastmen." So he buys all this stuff from Dice Dojo for 40% off, and then like a week later, he sells his beastmen army and gets like a whole dwarf army. So he got his dwarf army. We're gonna play a game. I think they were like playing with like 24 or 2,500 points. I forget which one, but so basically, he's been talking about how he's going to shoot up Gorbad and shoot up the Arachnarok, and everything's a target now because he got a gunline dwarf army ready. So here we go. We're going to see what he brought to the table. He has a unit of, I want to say these guys are Longbeards? No, they're not Longbeards. They might be like Hammers or something like that, or Ironbreakers. And then these guys are the Longbeards here. He in the Longbeards he has his general, his BSB. Actually, I don't think he played with the BSB the first game. He just played with a general and some hero level guys. And then he also has 2 units of Thunderers here. And then he also has his on the left, that's a flaming cannon. Then he also has a, what are those called? The organ guns. That big block in the middle right there, that is his like iron drakes, I think they're called. And then yeah, here you go. This pretty much has it. And then over here he has a regular cannon. So one was like a regular cannon, the other one was definitely a flaming cannon. On my side, I got I came with a little bit different list just to mess with Todd. I played with Wolf Riders, which I normally don't play with Wolf Riders, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Usually when I play with Wolf Riders, 1 or 2 die and they all run off the board because they're fucking goblins. But I didn't feel that bad this game. So here's a unit of 5. I got my 20 Night Goblins with bows. I have a huge block of, I think, like 25 or 26 Savage Orc Biggins. And then I definitely have my 2 Doom Divers here. I have that is a proxy for my Goblin hero on a spider, a gigantic spider. And then I also have Lord Chickenhead on the right there. I have a unit of trolls, 6 trolls, standing next to a unit of 12 Goblin Spider Riders with Gorbad Ironclaw leading them. And I don't even think I have Lord Paco, actually. I don't have Lord Paco. And then I have another unit of 5 Goblin Wolf Riders. So, sure enough, we're going to go ahead and start off with Vanguards. Vanguards, I have Chickenhead run up, I have the Wolf Boys run up, and I have the Wolf Boys on this side run up. And we're going to go ahead and do turn 1. Turn 1, he has the first move, and he's just going to move up a little bit with his Thunderers there. They're going to go ahead and get ready to shoot up some dogs. His Iron Drakes are pretty much in range for some dogs. And sure enough, I believe they're actually going to start off the shooting phase. There was really no moving. He has no magic. He's going to go straight into shooting. His Iron Drakes here are going to go ahead and blast 3 dogs, and they're going to have to take a leadership check, like I said. They actually stick. I think it's because they're just close enough to Gorbad, so they're going to stick. And then his organ gun just decided, you know what, fuck that. Boom, 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 boom. He killed the dogs off. So the dogs are out. He's going to go ahead and do his cannon. He's going to shoot Chickenhead. He's aiming like 8 inches off a Chickenhead. And sure enough, it bounces into him. And guess what? It doesn't do shit. Chickenhead took it to the face. A cannon to the helmet of the chicken, and he lived. He's going to go ahead and try to shoot his other cannon at Gorbad, like he's been talking about all week. And sure enough, it hits the unit. Take a look out, sir. Kills off 1 Spider Rider, and that was it. So, pretty much it's my turn. You know what it is? I think these headphones make me yawn because they're like so big and warm that it makes my head hot, and I just feel like I yawn and get sleepy. Anyways, this is how the board looks. He killed a unit of dogs, he killed a spider, and he tried to kill Chickenhead, and nothing else happened. I'm gonna go ahead and do animosity rolls, and my my Night Goblins, they failed the animosity, so they're gonna get a free move and a charge. I don't even think they can charge. I think they just get the free move up. Chickenhead's gonna go ahead and take a huge fucking charge into the cannon. And of course he's gonna fail, but I mean I needed like 12 to get it. But at the same time I figured if I fail I get closer, so I did. And then the regular Wolf Boys, they just kind of ran up to the side of the hill there, and they're ready to take on some stuff there. I go ahead and I move the Trolls up to the left flank to help out with the the Iron Drakes that are still there. I moved Gorbad literally right behind. He's keeping that leadership bubble. I moved the gigantic Spider Rider up, and then I kind of just moved the Savages up, and that was about it. As you can see, Magic Phase, I got 9 power dice, and guess what I do? I do the Hand of Gork. I do it into my Goblin unit with the short bows, and he lets it go because he's more scared of the foot, of course. I do have a level 4 like running around somewhere. And I move him over here. I move him 8 inches away from his Iron Drakes, but sure enough, I release the Fanatics, get him out of there, throw him into the unit. 2 of them get through, and then the 2 they get through, they end up killing off 4 guys, or 3 guys only. That's not horrible, but it's starting to mess with him right there. Magic Phase, I go for the foot. I throw like all my remaining dice on the foot. He tries to throw, he does that thing where he dispels it, and he tries to eat it on a 4-up. And he gets like a 2. So it did not get eaten. I still have the spell, but it didn't go off this turn. Shooting Phase, my Night Goblins with bows here. They're going to go ahead and shoot at these guys here. And they end up killing off 2. Holy shit. So, yeah, that was actually impressive. I'm going to go ahead and throw the Doom Diver into the Thunderers. My reasoning here is basically just start lowering how many shots he's taking. I'm going to go ahead and I hit him, clip him, get 3 of them on this side. Throw my other Doom Diver into the Iron Drakes on these guys because they have flaming attacks and my trolls are coming up there. So I really don't want the flaming attacks just like destroying my trolls. Gonna go ahead and shoot at him, and I end up killing off 2 guys. He has his guy with his torpedo left, the musician and the standard bearer left. It's gonna start off Dwarves turn 2. I believe he just goes straight into shooting. Yeah, so he's gonna go ahead and shoot these guys into my trolls, like I said. And I believe he fails to hit and wound, so I'm pretty good. He's going to go ahead and shoot the cannon. The cannon has flaming attacks on this cannon. Sure enough, it does 2 wounds onto one of my trolls. And even though it bounces, it should have went through. Since he didn't kill the troll, the cannonball just basically stops, and he's all good. So his Thunderers here, they're going to go ahead and shoot at my Spider Riders. They end up killing off 3 more Spider Riders. And then the Organ Gun goes. Ooh, the Organ Gun goes. And it shoots off a whole rank of 5 spiders. And that kind of hurts. He's trying to make Gorbad panic, but Gorbad doesn't panic, dude. Actually, I didn't even have the Crown of Command in this game. It's interesting. I think it might have just been 2,000 points we were playing with. Anyways, his Thunderers over here shoot. They don't do shit. I think they're trying to shoot at Chicken Head, to be honest, and they just don't do shit against Chicken Head. Then his cannon goes ahead and shoots at Chicken Head, and again, it does nothing. So, oh no, I'm sorry. The cannon's shooting all the way to the other side to my Doom Diver. Once he realizes what the Doom Divers do, and he shoots at it, hits it, only does 1 wound. So he's getting lucky hits, or he's getting regular hits, but he's not getting lucky wound rolls, and his wound rolls are actually failing him big time. We're going to start off Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Chicken Head's going for that long charge again. He's going to go ahead and do it. And he gets in. Not only that, but I charge in with the Wolf Riders too, and they're going to go into that cannon. So that cannon's out of commission now. I totally got that over there. The Spider Rider is going to go ahead and charge into that unit of Thunderers there, and the Thunderers are going to stand and shoot. They end up doing 1 wound on the stand and shoot, but he gets in. The Fanatics start running through, and one of the Fanatics runs through and kills off like 1 more guy or 2 more guys, and the other ones are just kind of spreading out right now, and it's getting pretty close to killing off that unit right now. I detach Gorbad out of the Spider Rider unit because that unit's going to die soon. I put him with the Trolls, so that's going to be interesting right there, and mainly because his only thing that could really shoot Gorbad specifically is the other cannon, and the other cannon's kind of got his hands full too. Magic Phase, I got 8 power dice. I go ahead and throw the Foot of Gork, and I aim it straight at that freaking organ gun. It gets a direct hit. It wounds. It kills. It does 2 wounds on them on the multiplier. I'm going to roll for 4, 5, or 6 to do it again. I get a 3, which doesn't do shit. I'm going to go ahead and shoot all these 20 shots from the Night Goblins into that one guy, or I'm sorry, the cannon over there. Ends up doing 2 wounds, which is pretty good. So that cannon's dying. My Doom Diver, one of them gets a misfire and gets a 3, which I believe is like nothing happens. The other one ends up hitting this unit of Thunderers, ends up killing off 3 of those guys. And we're going to go into the close combat here. Chicken Head has the Axe of Stunty Smashing, which gets plus 2 attacks and +2 strength against dwarves. So, and causes fear. So he ends up only killing off 2 guys, basically. And then I believe, actually, he killed off all 3. I think maybe the Wolf Riders helped kill the 3rd guy, but whatever. So they're all gonna face down this way, and basically, yeah. As you can see, he kind of moved his unit in the last turn just to face this way because he knew that Chicken Head was going to kill that freaking cannon. Over here, the Spider Rider ends up killing off 1 guy. I'm sorry, 2 guys. Yeah, he kills off, or the Spider killed 1, the Goblin killed another, and then they're going to go ahead and flee. And when they flee, he ends up overrunning and hitting this unit over here to the side flank. So that's great for me. And I'm already in. I'm already in on his side in turn 2. He's you know, for a gun line, this is gonna hurt drastically. It's gonna be Dwarves turn 3. Dwarves turn 3. He's gonna go ahead and turn the cannon this way. He's gonna go ahead and shoot at Chicken Head. He's hoping to hit Chicken Head and kill possibly some of those guys. It goes ahead and bounces 10 inches. So he overshot it because I don't think he put it 10 inches away from Chicken Head. Bounces 10 inches and ends up flying way over them. And he was just like, motherfucker. And I think that's another thing too, Todd. If I know you watch my videos, I think you got to kind of get used to where you need to plant those cannon shots so it almost always hits. I think that you're supposed to plant it like 10 from the back of the base. But or like 9.9 or something like that, you know what I mean? So it's going to hit on a 10. The organ gun here goes ahead and shoots. And I believe the organ gun has flaming attacks too. It's going to shoot at my Gorbad's unit with trolls. It does 10 shots, and on the 10 shots it ends up killing off one of my trolls and puts 2 more wounds on. And then over here, his general made way, and his general just kicked the living shit out of my 1-up armor Spider Rider there. Which, I mean, that happens. It's whatever. He was just kind of wasting time. As for, I believe he actually killed off 2 guys. My Spider Rider ended up killing 2 guys before he died. What are we going to next? I believe it's my turn. My turn. I'm going to go ahead and... actually, I don't know why this guy died. Did I get in close combat with him, maybe? I don't remember. I think he actually charged me with him, and I killed him. Anyways, Orcs and Goblins turn 3. I'm going to charge the Trolls into his Thunders here. They're going to go ahead and stand and shoot. They end up killing off 1 more of my Trolls, which sucks. I'm going to go ahead and do this crazy-looking train over there with the Wolf Riders to try to get to the Organ Gun, because he thinks he's trying to block me. And I'm going to go into Magic Phase. Magic Phase, I get 6 Power Dice. I did not charge with Chicken Head, by the way. He's staring at Chicken Head, and he's like, why isn't Chicken Head charging in? I'm smarter than that. Chicken Head's not going alone into that unit. He's waiting for them to turn or waiting for somebody else to get a side flank. But Magic Phase, I get 6 Power Dice, throw them all into the foot of Gork, get it off, hit his Longbeards here, and it drifts off just a little bit, smashes, kills only 2 guys. Gonna roll 4, 4, 5, 6 to do it again. I get a 1. 1, he throws it onto my Savages in this crooked angle here. It drifts up this way. It's gonna hit a whole shit ton of them, and he ends up killing off 3 of them because they got lucky ward saves. Holy crap. My Goblins with bows here, they're gonna go ahead and shoot, and I believe they don't do shit. I think I'm trying to shoot at the cannon still. My Doom Divers are both aiming at his Longbeard unit, and 1 gets a direct hit. The second one gets 6 inches off, and comes back. So he ends up clipping. They both end up clipping. They end up killing off 4 Longbeards. Gorbad's gonna go ahead and challenge his hammer here. he accepts, and I think he challenged me with his champion. And I end up doing 5 wounds to the guy. And then the Trolls are going to go, and the Trolls just destroy that fucking unit. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. They're going to overrun, hit the Longbeards, and that's going to start off Dwarves turn 4. Dwarves turn 4, he ends up turning his unit again to face Gorbad, face the Savages, to face anybody but Chicken Head. And that's exactly what I wanted. He's going to turn his organ gun this way and shoot at those dogs. And whoo, 10 shots. 10 shots. And then he rolls for the second one. 8 shots. Oh, God, those wolves. There's only 5 wolves. They're taking 18 shots and at close range. Boom. He just wiped out that whole unit. Oh, that hurt. But whatever. It was a good distraction. His cannon's still alive, still shooting at Chickenhead. He goes ahead and hits it, and bam! Chickenhead takes another ward save, and he's like, I eat freaking cannons for breakfast, man. He eats cannons for dessert after he eats a whole chicken. Anyways, Gorbad's in the unit with the Longbeards with his general. His general goes ahead and calls out a challenge. I answer with Gorbad, and he starts pulling out all this shit where he's like, I got a always strikes first weapon. I got this rune of whatever that gives me a freaking toughness 10. I have all this other crap. And I'm like, alright, go ahead. So I hit him, I swing, I roll freaking dice. And when it comes to wounding, I need to do 6s, and I don't do any 6s. He goes ahead and he's like, haha, I'm always striking first too, so it fucks up my rerolls on Gorbad. And then he's going to go ahead and do his attacks. He hits, swings, and he fails to wound Gorbad as well. So as you can see, he's like a strength, I think his lord is like a strength 4, maybe a strength 5. So he's not really going through Gorbad's armor. Yet, Gorbad goes through his armor. I just can't get through his fucking toughness. So nothing happens. Nothing. And over here, against the trolls, the Longbeards end up killing off one more troll and putting 2 wounds onto another. And the trolls end up going to attack back. And I believe I don't see any dead. I don't know why I don't see any dead. That's weird. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and stick, though. I don't think I really lost combat. I think I killed like 3 or 4 of them because I couldn't have lost combat because I'm stuck there, even though I'm with Gorbad's leadership bubble anyways. Savage is going to go ahead and charge in now, and now Chickenhead decides to make his move. He's going to charge into that unit of, let's just call them Iron Breakers, because I don't know what the fuck they are. The Spider Riders decide, haha, we were just playing the whole time, playing possum the whole time. You thought we were dead. We're behind this building. We're going to make a long-ass charge into his gun over there, his organ gun, and they fail charge, and they just pop off the other side of the building. It was a long charge. It was worth a shot, though. The Fanatics end up killing each other finally, and then this Fanatic ends up deciding to go through his own unit, because that's what Fanatics do. They just like killing their own guys sometimes, and they end up killing off 4 of the Night Goblins with bows. Night Goblins with bows start off the shooting phase. They're going to go ahead and shoot the last guy at the cannon, and they end up killing off the cannon. The Doom Divers are both aiming at the organ gun. One gets a direct hit, and the other one gets off 2 inches, comes back 1 inch. So they both hit. They do a shit ton of attacks. Holy crap, look at that. That is seriously a fucking Yahtzee, but it's all ones. What the flying fuck? You know what it is? It's those traitorous goblins, man. They're from the other game. Every time they a flying monster killed them, they were like, hey, let's join you. They were like, hey guys, we're going to pretend like we're attacking you, but we're really not attacking you. Alright? And they just didn't. So what the hell, man? Again, with this close combat fight over here, with this challenge, I go ahead and I swing. I do no wounds. He goes ahead and he swings. He can't wound. And it goes nowhere. The Longbeards versus the Trolls. Kills another troll. And, by the way, that's my new troll right there. Obviously, if you could see him, he'll be painted in a couple videos. I just recently painted him, but anyways, they go ahead and attack back. They end up only killing like 1 guy, which is crazy. I think they had like a good arm. Oh, he's parrying like a motherfucker. That's why, because he got shield wall up, and then he has good armor save. And even though they could puke through the armor, I'm trying to attack through because I figured they get more attacks in. They're stomping, but he pretty much, I only killed 1 guy, which kind of sucks. So, like I said, Chickenhead has the axe of, bashes axe of stunty smash, and he goes ahead and he swings. He kills off 4 guys. Chickenhead's a motherfucker, man. And then the impact hits from the Savages come in, and they end up killing off 1 guy with the impact hits. The Savages are all going, and they kill off like a good 6 guys or 7 guys. And he is hurting. He ends up killing off 4 guys, though, which is actually pretty impressive. Fails to wound Chickenhead at all. And they're going to go ahead and run. They fail big time. Savages have to chase. Chickenhead restrains, and he just sits back there. It's going to go ahead and start off. Dwarves turn 5. Dwarves turn 5. He's going to turn the gun onto the Spider Riders who are coming up before him. And he gets 8 shots, then a misfire. So he only gets 8 shots roughly, and he goes ahead and shoots. He ends up killing off 3 of the Spider Riders. The last Spider Rider ends up staying, though, because he's still in Gorbad's leadership bubble. If you can see, Gorbad's like right there. And then I believe this is my attack rolls for the Trolls. they just fail to do anything, man. They're big time failing, but nothing's happening in this fight. I'm pretty sure he's had that same exact. I think he had two more guys in this unit. No, actually, he had that whole back row. Doomdivers killed a couple, and then like they only killed like one or two with these trolls, which is nothing. And Gorbad's still stuck in that challenge. Sure enough, he's still sticking though. I'm still sticking though, even though he's winning combat static res. And I believe it's my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 5. I decided to move that Spider Rider back over the building just to hide, just to not to die. This guy over here, he ends up not only rolling doubles, but he ends up running into the fucking terrain too, which is retarded. The Savages end up charging in, getting into that unit again, and Chickenhead decides to charge in as well, and he gets into the side of the flank of the unit to help out the trolls. Magic phase, I throw off. Here we go, sorry, and I get triple sixes, and sure enough, that just means I get to like a hatred roll. He's gonna go ahead and he attacks. He ends up killing off 3 savages. Savages end up, I'm pretty sure, wipe out that unit. We'll find out in a second. Shooting phase, I throw the Doomdiver into this guy over here. Get it 6 inches away and 6 inches back. Doesn't do any wounds though. I mean, these things are toughness 7, so I'm really trying just to get some lucky 6s in there. Savages go, they end up killing off 2 with the big stabber. They're going to go ahead and attack, and they end up killing off like 3 or 4 more. I don't know why I did that backwards, but I think we started combat, and then we're like, oh shit, we forgot shooting phase. I don't remember. Anyways. Over here, Gorbad, he finally wounds the guy for 1 wound. Finally! And this guy ends up finally wounding Gorbad for 2 wounds. Oh, that sucks, but it's funny. And then, over here, Chickenhead ends up killing off 1 guy, and then the trolls go. They finally start killing off 2 guys, and I'm pretty sure what ends up happening here is he did 2 wounds onto Gorbad, no wounds onto my trolls because the trolls are getting regen saves. He has a banner and a rank. That's 4. I took a side flank, a charge. I have a BSB, and I did a wound, so I got 4 as well. And he might have a musician, but anyways, we're gonna stick. This is basically the end of the game. He calls it here. If he didn't call it here, I don't have any other pictures of what ended up happening. But basically, I'm about to table him when the Savages end up finishing off that unit. They come back and like turn around and help out that unit over there. But he knows it. And we end up calling the game there. Or, you know what it is? I think we actually ran out of time. We were in the Dice Dojo, and they were like literally closing up. So that's also why the pictures are more sporadic. Anyways, so we end up, it's a huge Orcs victory. Todd is still learning his army. This is like the first or second game he's played with the Dwarfs. And so there's going to be a lot more changes in the next couple games. He gets more runes on the war machines to help him with accuracy. He gets a couple of master engineers. He does a lot of different things in the next upcoming games, and you'll see coming up. But Chickenhead with that freaking Armor of Destiny and the Bash's Axe of Stunty Smashing, he is a freaking murderer of dwarves. He is the dwarf killer, and that just adds another title. I'm gonna make him the Daenerys of my Warhammer army. Basically, he has all these titles. He's the Teto Echo killer, the dwarf killer, the slayer of all this other shit, the holder of freaking war machines, the war machine hunter. Anyways, Chickenhead is probably. Yeah, I'm probably going to be biased and give it to Chickenhead for the MVP award. But, yeah, I still got to give it to Chickenhead. I got to give it to those Night Goblins with bows. They were actually, they took out a unit of Iron Breakers, and they took out the cannon by themselves, and they threw out those Fanatics. So when they threw out the Fanatics, they ended up taking out that unit of Iron Breakers, which actually did a pretty good job. My magic was pretty solid in this game, even though he's on dwarves, and dwarves get that magic resistance shit and all that crap. But yeah, they end up pulling out, man. So I'm gonna give the award. I know I said I'm gonna give it to Chickenhead. I kind of feel like I should give it to the Night Goblins because they never get any credit. They're unsung heroes. But Chickenhead's just a badass. They're gonna share it. Fuck it. I keep sharing awards, but they're both going to get the MVPs. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you haven't hit like and subscribe already, I think I'm still stuck at 299 subscribers. Give me one more subscriber, somebody. Make me 300 subscribers. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Just put me at 300, and then when we get close to 400, I'll start begging again. Anyways, guys, I hope you liked the video, and have a good weekend. I have a couple more videos against Todd's Dwarf Army coming up very soon, mainly because me and Todd are the ones who are mostly available to play. And then not only that, but the Dice Dojo tournament's coming up in 2 days, so I'm gonna have some games against hopefully some new blood. Anyways, guys, take care and enjoy. Peace.